Captain, you called for fire support? Greetings everyone, I am Sister Lilia and welcome to my Armoury. So, today we're taking a look at another Horus Heresy vehicle. I figured let's get in on the fun of Heresy Thursday. So, we've got the Whirlwind Scorpius. Now, I've loved the design of the Scorpius since its original release. What I didn't love was the price tag. I could not afford the resin one. The resin one, despite being a really awesome design, it was originally through Forge Wars, and as a result, way out of budget. I liked that, Space Marine's got an anti-tank artillery option that fired AT shells. So, first off, we've got the front with a gorgeous shot of the model and some terrain and a couple of Space Marines. Not happy about it being a Sons of Horus model. On the back, we've got some shots of it with some, not really much in the way of loadout on the top of it. They've kind of just kept the twin bolters. We see an alternative Imperial Fist colours, and we see the transfer sheet. So, out of this, these sprues are the standard rhino sprue, which means it's going to be a bitch to put this thing together. Far out. I had so much trouble building the rhino. I mean, if you've watched the video on it, you'll know where I'm coming from with that. That thing just gave me so much trouble because the tolerances here are terrible. I'm half tempted to just cut these things off when building the thing. We'll see if I can get those sides to go together properly as well, because when I built my deimos rhino, I couldn't even get the sides to sit straight. We'll see where I go with it. It's good to see it's just the standard sprue that comes in here. This means my plans for this kit will be a lot easier, because it'll come with a heavy bolter. Hey, the Vol coat that I used on a guardsman. Well, the Solar Auxilia. Hey, the multi-melter. Another Sister Battle getting one of those. And we've got the plasma, we've got the flamer, we've got mountains of bolters. We've got the top part of that, but this part you're interested, that's the most interesting here, is actually smaller than I was expecting, like the sprue. Like we've got the front plate for the rhino. We've got the parts for the Scorpius launcher. We've got the turret ring and the part that actually... Let's just look. Oh, that is going to be fun. That's going to make things easy. This is going to be easy to do what I want to do with it. So, I'll be back once I've built this thing. So, it's done. Unlike the terrain piece. So, the Scorpius Whirlwind, or what are we now called? Scorpius Missile Tank. I'm calling it Scorpius Whirlwind because that's what it is. It went together relatively well. I still had trouble with getting the base of the hull together, and you can see a few spots where I'm going to probably need to go over it with some green stuff or some kind of plastic putty to make it work. Now, a thing I did like with this, which I wish they did with everything done on Rhino chassis, especially the Sister of Battle stuff, and more on that later, I can just lift that off and stick a pair, assuming I don't lose them, into the hull. I can stick a pair of Rhino top hatches on there, and we have a Rhino tank instead. Now, sure, it's got the extra armoured front plate, but I don't know if extra armour is a thing in Heresy. You don't even have to glue that on. You can choose to keep it loose and then stick that on, and you've got yourself a Deimos Rhino, which is awesome and needs to be more of a common thing for GW. So the kit itself is neat. I, as I may have said earlier, have wanted a Scorpius for a very long time. Now I'm just going to stop that and swap back the deimos parts. Now I've left a few things unattached permanently because I have future plans for this video that for this model that I'll discuss later. But let's get those off and get the Scorpius back on there. So that's got that back on there. It's a decent enough kit. I would like it if the launchers were actually, pivotable, but the way they're designed, you need to glue them in. I've currently blue tacked them in because that'll make painting them easier. And I mean, that can be, you don't have to glue that in. I don't know if there's an option for a deimos predator with just the turret and not the sponsons. But if there is, you could just, swap this on, swap that turret onto here, assuming it's even compatible. It probably is. And that'd give you a deimos predator instead. I do like this armoured front plate. It's very plain and blocky, but it leaves room for a lot of details. And on the subject of, so other things I've not attached in is the doors. They just sit with friction. I did attach the back hatch because during building I had trouble, and you can see the same. We'll see where things misaligned. The kit itself was a nuisance, but yeah, I've said that already, I think. This is not the fine. This thing is not going to stay a Legion's Legion's Astartes tank. In fact, its fate is similar to the Legion's Astartes rhino that I've got. It is going to become a sister of battle rhino. Now, I linked the video on building it and turning it into a sister of battle one earlier in the video, but yeah, that's a Astartes rhino for you. Now I swapped out the doors on that, and I've got a spare set of doors similar to that I can use here. Basically, my plan for it is to make an updated stock version of this, but instead of having, like, I'm not going to do the back hatch because I don't think the new emulator gets the back hatch, but I'm going to mount the heavy bolter in the top, making use probably of these parts. And I'll stick on the dozer blade as well now. Where do I hide that? But yeah, the dozer blade can be attached on and will get attached on because I like the styling of it. There is a lot of spare bits on the sprue still. Like, the Legion's upgrade sprue comes with a lot of parts on it. A good chunk of which will be really useful, not necessarily for this army alone. I mean, the multi-melter from this kit I've used on a Sister of Battle already. The Volkite I used on Solar Auxilia conversion, and I'm sure I can find uses for many of the other parts. I mean, it's cool to see a Mark III head. You don't see a lot of those. There are not a lot. Well, you do nowadays, but you used to not see them. They used to be pretty rare. I also would like to have a Mark III helmet. In terms of scaling to other faction stuff, it's how it is with a Lehman Russ. Logically, a Thunderhawk should be able to hot drop a Lehman Russ because they're very similar sizing. We have a Basilisk. And yeah, I'm not sure what else to say really. It's a neat kit. I have been looking forward to it for a very long time, and I am happy it's in plastic, even if, this is not going to be staying on this chassis. I will keep this part because I'm planning on actually putting this onto a... Basically, I'm planning on getting a Sakaran and turning it into an Omni. When I get around to getting another one of these, that turret is going to get turned, not going to have these attached, and instead is going to get turned into a plasma, into the Omega version, into an Omega turret, and after that point, I will get the Sakaran. But this one, like, I can mentally picture just having these mounted on the underwing of an aircraft. Like, I know that there's only really like one aircraft that can do that, but I mean, why not? It's my parts. I can do what I want with them. Anyway, enough me being silly. And to be fair, this whole video is me being silly. I hope you enjoyed the video, and have you won any games with these? Like, no new the current edition of Heresy treats artillery terrible if you're a Space Marine, and amazing if, like, Space Marines, against Space Marines, artillery is lousy. Against Solar Auxilia, artillery is wonderful. This feels sad. Solar Auxilia really have copped it rough this edition. Anyway, thanks for watching. I've rambled on for long enough. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, there's a few more videos. There's another video yet to come from my birthday unboxing video, and that's happening after a different one, probably. Someone is getting a video on him and the magazines he was part of. Thanks for watching. Bye.